Good morning. I'm just out here in the sunroom doing a little bloom painting, and I just needed to share this last one with you. These are the ones I've done so far, and I had completely forgotten how much I really love doing coasters. And these aren't actually going to be coasters. These are going to have a hole drilled through the top and bottom, and they'll be hung on monofilament line as a window hanging because that pillow is not white, and you'll see how it dries at the end of the video. So I just wanted to share how I'm making these, and I'll be right back as soon as I get my camera set up. Okay, so I hope you can see okay. I think I've got it positioned pretty good. So this is just my regular acrylic pouring medium. This isn't house paints. So it's my original recipe that I've always used for no house paint blooms. It is American Floetrol and Saks Gloss Medium, which has gotten a lot thinner since the last time I painted, almost a year ago. So now I add a pretty good sized dollop of golden heavy gloss gel to thicken it up a bit so that I get a better consistency. So this is just the pouring medium, nothing else, no color added, no sparkle, no nothing, just, and you can see it's pretty thick. And you want to leave that thick so that it acts like a pillow. It has some cushion to it, some bounce like a pillow. So I'm doing these on clear acrylic coasters, and these two are stuck together. So I've peeled off one side and left the film on the other side, and just plopping it down here. If you remember from previous videos, this is a bracelet mold for resin, and that just holds everything kind of steady. So I'm starting out with a couple of scoops of the clear pouring medium, and this does dry absolutely clear, and I want enough to spread it out but still have a good cushion. So I put it on and I just sort of roll the coaster around until it's within a 1/4 inch or so of the edge. Close enough. And then plop that down. And then I've got Pearl-Ex Duo Blue Green, and I'm just gonna throw some down on there. You don't have to be real particular. And this is Amsterdam Red Violet. And these are both mixed in my regular pouring medium. If you refer back to some of my previous videos, you can see how I mix it. I do have a mixing video. So I just got 2 colors on top of the clear pillow. And this is Cell Activator with Amsterdam Oxide Black and Australian Floetrol. And it's on the thick side. So you get kind of almost a drizzle on top. Disappears pretty quickly. It works well with the acrylic medium. And I don't want a whole lot on there. I just want a little drop. And then blow it out. I'm just continuing to blow in that cell activator to create a stretch so it makes bubbles and breaks apart so that you get the cells. You don't want to blow too hard. You don't want to blow all the way to the acrylic underneath the coaster material. And just let it sit and do its thing. And I just run my finger around the edge because at this point the pillow has gone all the way out and for the most part over the edge. You just basically need to give it a minute or so to see what is going to break open. And after that, you can use a straw to gently blow down in to stretch that cell activator. And if you look across the surface, you can see there's a few bubbles. The bubbles actually play in your favor with this type of bloom with the clear base because you get more clear areas that you can see through. So you do want to pop them as you go. And as you spin it, you'll get more bubbles and the two colors will pop through each other and you'll get some really nice peacock cells, bullseye cells. Okay, so I think this has celled up enough to start spinning. And you don't want to spin this too fast, just nice and slow. Doesn't need to get crazy. You need to see where your paint's going. And for whatever reason, my silicone tray is just sliding all over this spinner. I guess I need to anchor it. So I'm just going to offset this a tiny bit so this edge will start to go. Just be patient, let it do what it wants to do. It does take a few minutes of spinning and watching, and maybe even a little bit of tilting to get the design you want. I'm going to tilt this because this isn't going off as much as I would like it to. Now the weight of the paint is on this side, and when I spin, that will come off. Theoretically, it doesn't appear to be moving too much. And it's okay if you have white looking areas on the edges because those will dry clear and it'll be part of the design. Taking shape. I really had forgotten how much I enjoy doing the little blooms on coasters, whether they're ceramic or acrylic pieces in various shapes and sizes. But they are a lot of fun. And if you're going to use them as a coaster, your pillow color doesn't matter as much, but it's always going to play into your design because it's acrylic. You will blow through it and you want something pretty adding to your design and your color palette. If I use white, I typically use metallic white or something with a interference pigment in it. Now this one is coming out really nice, and what's going to happen as it sits off on the side, starting the drying process, the cell activator lines will get finer and finer until you just have the really pretty veining. So giving this a good spin, we're going to finish this one up. And then when they're dry, I'm going to bring you back and show you how cool they look at the end of the video. This doesn't have quite as many of the tiny cells as the other ones, but it will still go with the set. It'll be pretty. And in Arkansas weather, especially where we've just had 3 days of rain, it is a bit more humid here, and it does take a full 24 hours for these little things to dry to the touch. And then they need another week or so of curing, and then I'll resin them. I'll drill the hole first, and then I'll resin them. So that one's done. And just going to bring it up so that you can see. The pigment has a shimmer, of course. And I probably should have torched my bubbles before I pick that up, so I don't get paint all over my torch, which is new. That's good. And then just clean up your edge a little bit so you don't have thick paint drops underneath. And you're going to leave that film on the back all the way through the process until the resin is cured. And that is pretty much it for that set of 4. And I'll bring you back when they're dry so that you can see the clear pillow and how pretty it is. I have my resin table all set up with there'll be a couple of big pieces that I'm doing, but it's mostly coasters in this first run. So these are some of the coasters that will get their coat of resin and a backing. And this is the set that I was waiting to dry that has the transparent pillow, or just the pouring medium. I have my holes pre-drilled. I've got to finish cleaning those up so the resin will slide down through those cleanly, and then I can just use a toothpick to make sure they are not clogged. And these will be hung top to bottom. This is the one I blew during the video earlier, and it's not the best one, but it'll hang at the bottom. So once these are resined, I'll peel this kind of cloudy back off, and they'll be completely see-through. And they will be ready to hang with jewelry wire. So thank you for watching. I appreciate you being here. If you've got questions, please leave them in the comments. And you have a great weekend. Bye for now.